All right, you guys. So we're going to combine practicality with spirituality. And we are going to learn to trust our intuition to the very core. Because 9 times out of 10, your intuition is right. Okay? So more than likely, your intuition is going to tell you something that's trying to happen before it happens. And you trust it, you're going to be able to basically transmute the whole situation. Sometimes it's simply staying in your house all day. You know, one might be like, how is that trusting my intuition? Because imagine if I had some, you know, hold on. Imagine if I wanted to set you up, right? And I wanted you to think that, oh yeah, come on outside. Only for me to know that I sent people your way to cause you conflict. So you could get into some type of fight with the police. Now let's say your intuition is saying, I want you to get out into nature, but right now, stay in the house today. All right? Let me water my plant. All right. Now let's say you decide to go out. You're like, I'm gonna be cool. Well, it's not that you won't get through it. You will get through it, but it could have been avoided. So let's look into what message Spirit has for you right now. All right, we're doing some live shuffling. Let's get into it. What I'm picking up is that, ooh, 4 cups, 5 of cups, and temperance. There are some people who are going to be targeting you via your social media. Mm-hmm. They're going to be trying to act as if they are supporting you, but the reality is they're trying to get you to lower your guard down. Because you've exposed a lot of sensitive information in your own unique way. And they want you to lower your vibration by feeling as if you have nothing to live for. So what I'm sensing is a lot of people who are feeling very slighted by your truth coming out, and with those trauma bonds being broken, and they're not able to, share those trauma bonds with anybody else anymore. They're trying to have you feel like them so that you won't be as protected as you are. Okay? It's important to understand how emotional health is deeply connected to mental health. If you are surrounding yourself by emotionally unstable people who are constantly in a cycle of depression, sadness, happiness, and that order or something like that, this will allow you to not be able to have discernment, because you're going to be doubting yourself, because someone's trying to send a lot of manipulation your way. Basically, they want you to become indecisive, not trust yourself, 4, 5, 6 confirmation. They want you to feel as if you need to get back into this place where you are giving to others so much to the point that you neglect yourself. And when an empath does this, you start to attract situations that have you trying to find a way to describe this. Let me go pick this up and I'll have the right words. Where you wind up in a codependent cycle. So you're going to start to notice 555 that some supporters are becoming highly codependent. Now, as you take note of this, distance yourself. Put it out there. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. And this is so people can actually see, oh, I get it. This is their weakness. When in reality, it's not a weakness. You just got a big, kind heart. And people who don't understand boundaries, they're going to try to push past those boundaries anyway. That's just simply what they do. Okay? So when you can accept this, that, because I feel like if you're listening to this, you have a huge social media influence and the government doesn't like it because you're waking up a lot of people. So more than likely the government's going to be exposing your channel to a large audience, and you're going to have to really trust your discernment in this point in time to understand, okay, you know what? I need to be mindful that this situation is becoming codependent. See, the government has done so much research on empaths and codependency. They know the best way to get an empath to get in a weakened position is to have them contribute to codependent connections. So anyway, by the way, there's a lot of research done on empaths. It's increased by 0.113%. Now that may not seem like much, but that little bit of information, they're exploiting it. All right. We're going to get to the next topic of discussion. Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Ten of Swords. So actively in this moment, a lot of people are experiencing clarity of what they've done. A lot of their magic is going back to them, and due to lack of accountability, they want to blame you for it. Of course, you know, scapegoat you as usual. But a lot of these people are highly surprised you're not dead yet. They did more than enough for you to commit suicide. In fact, I'm feeling like some of these people pushed you so much over the fucking edge that it's like, let's say I'm a cult leader, right? And I've successfully convinced you to commit suicide, right? However, when you fly over the edge, I'm too afraid to just go look over the edge. So I get one of my followers to look over the edge. And if I'm looking for 5 people to be dead, but there's 4, I'm wondering where you at? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people's magic is going back to them, and they cannot figure out how you Houdini their asses. We got the Knave of Pentacles. Okay. I'm gonna learn Roman numerology because this deck is so beautiful. We have the wheel. So time has stopped, if that makes any sense. So everybody can see what's clearly going on, because before, time was moving so fast, like boom, 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 boom. So where you had people setting stuff up in the background, so you would just basically blink and all of a sudden you in some shit. No, time has slowed down so much to the point that everybody on this fucking planet is able to see cycles, and they're starting to realize the truth, and they're putting it into toxic cycles. Okay. Um, it's like a beautiful bird song. People listen to birds. People don't really take into consideration, and this is why birds are hunted. When birds sing, they're telling the truth about mankind. Now, a lot of us may not, be able to understand what they're saying in that moment, but honestly, we're going to keep it a buck here. You get the messages clear as day in your dreams. Bird symbolism show us that everybody can be as equal, together, free of conflict. And birds speak about the history of how mankind has been plagued by war. And how to put an end to conflict. So, one second. So times have gotten so bad to the point where birds are being hunted. So people do not know what's going on. That's why you have clubs that are dedicated to hunting birds and putting the birds on the walls, because birds know everybody's business. So they figure one bird is dead. Shit. Maybe this was scared of other birds. No. One bird dies, that information goes to other birds. Understand? So basically, the one bird that was supposed to die didn't die, metaphorically. So you guys are the birds that didn't die. Remember, I gave the scenario of the cult leader who tries to convince everybody to commit suicide, right? They saw you go over the edge. They were too afraid to look over the edge. So they had one of their followers look over the edge to see if there was 5 bodies, but there was 4. They didn't realize that you were Earth Angel and you flew away. All right? So now these same people who have been going above and beyond to lead people to suicide are experiencing suicidal ideology. And what they're doing is they're gaslighting people who triggered that within them. So that's why, as an empath, you're going to notice there's a lot of crazy making, and you're being asked to just stay calm, still, cool, and collective, because this right here is going to have that person spiral out of control, and it's going to be people in positions of authority, and they're going to feel so naked and so see-through that you remember, as an empath, when you would feel a certain way, you would think that people could see it, and you would give them information because you had been conditioned to tell them sensitive things about yourself, or they could exploit it. These people are going to do the same exact thing. For example, you could let somebody know, I filed a complaint on you. They may not know exactly what you said, but they'll go into the boardroom and be like, so yes, I committed fraud. I've been stealing money from the company for years. Basically, these people are about to tell on themselves. The justice that's happening is not the kind of justice where it's long drawn out court. It's people telling on themselves. This is how fucking awake the age of Aquarius is.